Tom, I'm just going through my notes. Tom Ince headed goals.
Yeah.
That was a rarity, wasn't it?
Yeah, second of my career, I think.
Second?
Yeah. Don't use the head too much. Don't really like using the head too much. But yeah, a few lads said I leapt like a salmon, so yeah, I'll take it. You know, another one to the list, so wasn't bad.
When was the other? Can you remember?
Yeah, Blackpool, Bristol City away against David James. So yeah, they don't come too often, but they do feel nice when it happens, I'll tell you that.
So it must be something about Bristol City then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, must just bring out the heading game out of me. So, nah, like I said, it's always nice just to add to the goal scoring list and to get on with the head. That's not really a familiar sign.
In the scheme of things, it was so important on Saturday because Darren Bent's had a goal, had got Derby back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was then, can it be taken on and moved on from there? And as it was, you did. You headed the equaliser. You then get fouled for the penalty, and Benty's got to step up to make it 3-3.
Yeah, I think you know, there's obviously a defining moment when they missed the one a few yards out, which maybe if it had been 4-1, it might have been put to bed. But that's where we rode our luck. We knew the first half performance wasn't good enough. Whether that was a lack of concentration, a lack of focus, maybe a lack of respect for Bristol City in a way because of how their form's been and where they are on the table. But I think we showed great character to come back in the second half. You know, we always said that if we could get the first goal, that Bristol City would go. We knew that we could get an early goal, and I thought we did that. You know, and I thought after that, there's only really one team trying to push us forward. Even when it got to 3-3 and we clawed it back, we were still trying to go for the fourth. They were happy to take a point. But yeah, we know disappointing. We can't afford to keep doing that. We can't afford to allow teams to be coming to Pride Park and picking up 2-3 goals advantage over us for us to fight back like that. It was a great chance for us to sort of get 3 points and move on to Tuesday. But you know, like I said, a point's better than nothing, and we have to move on now.
And back-to-back home games still to come, so the opportunity is still there to claw away at that gap between yourself and sixth place. Yeah,
I think it's vital now. You know, you always ask yourself a minimum 7 points, maximum of 9 in the 3 home games that we've got. And we know that the next 2 games are massive for us now, you know, to try and get 6 points, like you said, to try and get us closer to the gap. But like I said, you know, we have to just take the next game as it is. You know, Cardiff are a good side, just beating Leeds away, so they're not coming here to be rolled over. But if we can start the game like we did in the second half the other day, then, you know, we shouldn't have any problem. But that's something we need to look at, you know, leading up into the Cardiff game, and where we can exploit them and where we need to be better come starter games, and make sure we're on the front foot a lot quicker, and make sure we don't make silly mistakes at the back and make problems for us leading into the second half of games. So, you know, it's 2 big games for us, but one that we feel, you know, we can really sort of change our season around now. I think that was a defining moment on Saturday about coming back. It showed that we had the character, it showed that we had the belief that we could come back into the game. But like I said, it's always a tougher ask to keep doing it.
The manager always says about having your game head on. I'm sure as 11 players walk out onto that pitch, you don't go out there thinking, no, I don't quite fancy it today, or this, that and the other. You go out there and sometimes circumstance just happens.
Yeah, I don't think there's a question of the players' mentality and wanting to win and wanting to be aggressive and be on the front foot. We train like that Monday to Friday, and we try and play that on a Saturday. Everyone in that dressing room wants to win. Sometimes you just get caught off guard. Sometimes you get a team that, you know, all 3 of their goals were pretty much tap-ins, you know, from 6-7 yards out. You know, like I said, maybe we showed them a little bit too much space, a little bit too much respect. I don't think a case of us not being prepared for the game. But like I said, you know, you have to try and take the positives out of it. I think the big positive is the character we showed as a team. You know, to be 3-0 against the Bristol City side who aren't bad. You know, they played some good stuff when they came here. But to come back 3-3 and could have, you know, maybe nicked one at the end and maybe had a few more chances at the end, shows great character, and one that you need in this league, and one that we need if we're going to try and close the gap. So it's bitterly disappointing because everyone knew the chance we had in these 3 home games. But like I said, it's better to take 1 point than be empty-handed considering the situation we was in.
In mid-February, late September seems a long time ago, but a really key win at Cardiff way back in September.
Yeah, like I said, if we can reiterate that again tomorrow night, it'd be a big win for us. You know, one that we can, you know, take the momentum going into the Barton game. Obviously, a little bit of a local derby back at home, But like I said, it's one of them games where we can't look at, this win could give us this. We have to concentrate on what we can do to win this game, and then we move on to the next one. We try and work each week for that week a game, and then we just say to ourselves, listen, if we can get 3 points here, we go on to the next, and we just try and build momentum. We know there's a lot of teams above us, a lot of good teams above us, who are going to be hard to track down, because they're good sides, and they won't be up there if they didn't deserve to be up there. So we have to make sure that we have to keep fighting. We have to make sure that come the vital time of the season, towards the end of it, that we're up there and we're in amongst it, and all we can do is put ourselves in the best position to do that in the situation we've been left in. So we can't look back and say, well, that's a poor result, that's this, that's that. We can only look to tomorrow night now and make sure from Saturday is a big lesson to learn, and we make sure that we move forward with it and we get 3 points tomorrow, and then we move on.
And goals tally ticking along nicely.
Yeah.
Darren Bent ticking along nicely.
I know, yeah. I might need to stop getting penalties for him because he seems to be catching me up a little bit. 12, and I think Bentley's on 10, I think. So I definitely won't be passing to him anymore. Let's say it's great to have goals to your game. It's great for Bentley to chip in as well. I think when we're playing, we seem to be have sort of that sort of luck to keep scoring, and I think that continues when I keep scoring. We don't lose a game as well, I think. So I might say to Bentley, let me take a penalty, then we definitely won't lose the game. So but I think it's great for both of us to get on the score sheet. That's what we're required to do. That's what we get put in the team to do. And like I said, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying scoring goals. Just got to keep it going now. And like I said, there's a few games left I can add to my tally. Then great, but most of all is to keep winning and try and push us up that league.